Hello and welcome to The View with Mac. So this is the YouTube channel where I'm gonna vlog all my journey towards becoming an advanced Python developer. I'm also working to land a job as well. So yeah, so pretty much. And first and foremost, we're gonna go for, as you can see, the ranking in Rank. You can go for 4 stars, and we already achieved 2 stars in Python. And so we are going to achieve this as soon as we solve most of the problems and language proficiency badges. uh, okay, we do have 2 bronze stars right now, and the next star will be getting a silver. That is pretty much the same. Okay, yeah, so we'll be going for the silver badge tonight. We already have 70 points. We just need 35 more points to reach 110, and then soon we'll be in 400. That is gold star. After that, we'll receive this badge, and from there we need the entire problem solving badge. That is 2,200 points in total. So right now we have already achieved a 1 star bronze in problem solving. So we'll be soon have 100, I guess. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. Mm, So it's gonna be fun. Like every day I'll be streaming, and I've been learning. So people have been saying, what is the best course of action to learn a language? Is to just watch a crash course and do projects. And yeah, and about projects is that you don't feel motivated, and it's huge task to take on a project without doing it. I already did a project, as you can see in my GitHub. I did around I think more than 15 mini projects. That is 10 months ago. Did I learn anything? Yes, I did. I learned the basics of Python, but am I confident in the language? Definitely no. So that is why we're gonna do some stuff, and we're gonna go for Python basic. And um, this is something that I've been having problem with. So we'll first start with this problem. We'll try to solve this tonight. I've already solved like six last night, and I did not stream it because I haven't set up anything, and I wasn't sure whether I'm gonna reveal my face, so I set up animation stuff like that. But we're gonna start somewhere, right? So we are starting this. Also, I left my Discord in the description, so you can mm, get in touch with me over there in the server. And then I also left my X, where I share a lot of intriguing thoughts. I got my first tweet banned because I actually suggested uploaded intelligence, but as in the series as Pantheon, they banned my first tweet. I don't know why it was. It was just an idea. I wasn't going through with it anyways. At least not at the level I am. So let's start with Python development, and then we'll go for deep learning and neural networks. I've been a research assistant for a while now, and I'm pretty much strong in the theoretical part, but when it comes to actually doing it, I'm not pretty strong. That's why I need to learn Python, and then we're gonna go for some pandas, and then we'll be, soon on the way to clearing out some lead code art questions on the way. Let's see where this journey takes us. So I'm not gonna make any content per se, but it's gonna be fun. So first and foremost, we have is a list comprehensions. So comprehension is one a feature that's only enabled in Python. Most of the language doesn't have it, and by most of the languages, I know only 3 or 4 that do not at the full level, all basics. But most of the people tell me that only comprehension is enabled in Python, and it's easy to do in Python. So here we are given 3 integers x, y, and z representing the dimensions of a cuboid along with an integer. And okay, x, y, and z are the dimensions, and n is what with an integer, and print a list of all possible coordinates given by I, j, k on a 3D grid where the sum of I plus j plus k is not equal to n, which means that, okay, all right. all permutations, which means that whatever they give n, let's say if they give n equals 4, then x x plus y plus z must not exceed x plus y plus z must not exceed 4. Does it include 4? I don't. Not equal to n. Okay. It's not equal to n means we don't include 4. So it's not a closed bracket. It's an open bracket problem. And to win here, 0 I. Okay. Uh, let me get my notepad in here so that we can ideate accordingly. I've already done some notes over there, I guess. Uh, what should I do? It's an application. Uh, I'll just go for the display capture. Nah, I can't show. I haven't set up the display yet, so let's not do it. Is that an application or a scene? Got a scene on top of it. Window capture. Yes, here we have our notepad as well. Yeah, we got a notepad, so we'll place our notepad on top of this so that you guys can see. Yeah, that should work. So what are they asking is XYZ are the dimensions of a keyboard along with an integer n on a 3D grid where the sum of ijk. Okay. Uh, equals 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's more like a matrix solving. It should be something like ijk should be a matrix and not a. Okay. So ijk, it's a list inside a list. So it'll be more like I, comma, j, and a comma, k. Yep. So this is the list, and a list of 5 will have 3 coordinates, which shouldn't, and the sum of these coordinates should not exceed exceed n. Okay, this should be a problem because I don't know how to do this. So we'll hop onto the discussions channels one. Difficult to visualize. This was a tricky one for me, but okay. Right. And we looked at few of the things, so we'll try to solve it right now. So we got our notepad. I hope it's streaming. Yes, it is streaming. So I must be in the range of first. I think we've been given IJK. Well, okay, dark light contrast, and so the sample input, it's very. I'm gonna zoom it out for you guys. It's 1, 1, 1, and 2, and the sample output must be nothing should exceed 2. Must be easy, which means that our range is from 0 to n. Okay, so they're gonna give us x, right? 4 integers x, y, z, and n each on a separate line. Okay, each on a separate line. All right, for the first n it's gonna be 2. So for I I think it should be a list. First we'll have a normal loop for I in range of 0 comma n, which will not include n. We need we can for j in range of 0 comma n. I don't think is this the right one now. We're just gonna try everything that's popped up in my, and then k in range of 0 comma n as well, and the other condition is and I plus j plus k plus k, it's not equal to n. Parent of, I'm just gonna give an empty list here. Let's see what is the output for this. Okay, for I in range of, did I'm retarded, man. We should get some kind of an output. Traceback error, line 8, j is not defined. Okay, for I in range. Think then I is not defined, j is not defined, nothing is defined. Okay, none is defined. How are I gonna each variable? Okay, will first read about what is a list comprehension. Takes time because I'm streaming as well. So. Okay. I usually use Geeks for reference, and I actually never actually tried not even their single plan of education because I just got a call. I'm sorry. All right, so value into 2 for value in A. Okay. This compression way to create a list using a concise syntax. It allows us to generate a new list by applying an expression to each item in an existing iterable, such as a list or range. This helps us to write cleaner, more readable code compared to traditional looping techniques. Okay. Oh, all right. I think I got it. I equals for mm, wait a minute. So I has three elements which has to be representing dimension of cuboid along with an integer and print the list of all by on a 3D grid, which means that these are the x, y, and z, which means that I in range of 0 comma x, it will give us true or false value. No, we can't do that. Just a minute, I'm gonna mute myself for a come back. It was a call. Sorry, really sorry. Uh, which means that A equals. It's kind of getting tricky. I don't know what I'm doing here, but using for val and A is apparent value of. Okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna just go into the discussions once more and then y plus 1 for why does he have for yjk? Oh, okay. He's updating like that. I want to take this. If you look into this, he's taking I in range of x plus 1 for j in range of y plus 1 for k in range of z plus 1 if I j k is not equal to n, which just means that for there is a x is the last, so 0 to x for, and is taking j like this and k in a different way, and if ijk is not equal to then it takes it as a list, it returns as a list. Yeah, this is the we can use that as well. What the hell is it? If name equal to main, this is not even Python at this. All right, then let's go. So I think I got his code right. Let's just check list equals. As you can see, there is no codes or anything like that. I'm not sure how we're gonna do it. I'm just anyway. I'm gonna. We can't have that. Then we need to have indentation. Gonna just print off list, and then we're gonna see what is the thing we're gonna get. Compilation error. Unexpected indent. I knew it. I knew. Okay, we should not indent like this. All right. All right. Just should be good. Okay. All right then. List ijk for I in range of x plus 1 for j in range of. I just don't understand how this actually works. We're gonna just make some changes in my VS Code. I'm gonna just. That's my laptop charger. Yeah, got it. Now your stream must be much better because I just plugged in my laptop. So yeah, we got a VS Code. Let me add that as well. Mm, all right, we got our VS Code in here, and then this is something I did last night. Let's kick it up, and then we got it. I'm gonna remove these indents. Okay, they did not actually exclusively ask. That's the thing. We can. Okay, here we need to declare ijk as three dimensions for x, y, z, which means that for every x, y, z, we're gonna have three ijk values. Oh, okay, I got it. I got it. For every in range x plus one, gonna just run this. Should be three. All right, I got it. So why we are getting the 0, 0, 0 is simple because it does not exceed the sum 3. Also, that's why we are getting these cases only once, only two ones, and these are the ideal cases. So this is it. So we are just getting our input, list input. Our first input is 111. These are okay. These are not lists. We're just getting integer inputs on 111 that stays each of the dimensions, each of the lines of the cuboid is just 111. We can only use ones all over, and n gives us 3. That is the entire grid value. Like the grid value can't exceed 3. That is exactly why we are getting this condition. If clause ijk not equal to n, it will never equal to 3. So this breaks the entire loop. As soon as it exceeds, it takes the entire loop, and then till then, whatever happened, it starts from 0 because it has a range of 0 to 3. That is 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. And we can't have 2 anywhere because we have given the values as only once. So there is no two values in order to fill up over there. That makes sense. That actually makes sense. And we'll just save this up, and then don't worry, I'm not gonna commit it again. It's someone else's code, but what are we if we don't actually copy codes and not try to understand it? So even if I submit it, I think there will be ident case days. Holy shit, man! All right, then let's go. Okay, this one is something we can do. Um, I'm adding my notepad right over here so that you guys can see. Alrighty. Given the participant score sheet for your university sports day, you're required to find the runner-up score. Okay, you are given n scores. So we have n, the total equals to n. Store them in a list. So len of list 1 equals n. And the first line contains n, the second line contains an array a of n integers, each separated by a space. Constraints. It's pretty easy, so it shouldn't be that. Print the runner-up score. Sample input 5. Given the list maximum score is 6 and maximum is 5, hence we print 5 as the runner-up. Okay, so n is the number, right? It should be easy. First, we gotta print len of n and print mm, right. We need to sort the list. First, we'll get the length, then we have to sort it. Run code. Okay, we got the first one. First one is right. So for I in range of len of n, print What is this gonna give us? All right, we did map as no length, type error, line 4, uh, line 4 in module, type int as no length. Okay, n is okay. Then we can just say n. For int range of n. Okay, no response in standard. I'm gonna print the array first. Print of arr. I can't even print the array. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna go look at the crash course I did for a bit. I'll be back. History.
Call this function with those pairs. Now, the naive way to do this would be to go func, okay, pair 0 and then pair 1. Great, that would work, but that is not the Pythonic way to do this. What we can actually do is do asterisk pair, and what this will do is take 1, 2, and take 3, 4, unpack them, separate them, and pass them as arguments to func. So if you have a look at that, that actually works, and that is why the unpack operator is really useful. You can also use this actually on dictionaries as well. Now I'll show you how it works with dictionaries. It's a little bit more complicated. It involves 2 asterisks. And now I'm going to talk to you about map and filter, which are 2 useful functions in Python which make use of the lambda functions. Now you don't necessarily need to use the lambda function, but a lot of times it comes in handy. So let me show you what I mean. Let's make a list. Let's add, oops, I wanted to do a few more commas than that. Let's add a bunch of elements inside of here, just make it kind of nice and long so we get some interesting output. And now what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to show you how we use map. So what map will do is we'll take all of the elements of a list and use a function to map them into a new list. So if I say something like MP standing for, map, I could say map, which is the actual function. Now what I do is I put a function inside of here that I want to use for the map. So this will make sense in a second, but I'm going to say lambda x plus 2. So this is essentially saying add 2 to every single one of these elements, or add 2 to x in this case. And then what I do is simply pass x. Now I know x is kind of confusing, so maybe we'll just change this to I so that it's easier to differentiate. But what this is going to do is say, okay, we're going to map all of the elements inside of x, so in this list x, to this lambda function, which means take this lambda function and apply it on every single element of x and then put that into a new list. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to print the list representation of MP. Map actually returns to us a map object. We can use that if we're going to iterate over it, but it's usually more useful just to convert it right into a list. So let's have a look at what this does. And there we go. Now we get 3, 4, 6, and you can see all these elements have been added by 2. Now we can do a more complicated one. Maybe we can multiply by 2. You'll see more of a difference. So lambdas are actually a really cool aspect of Python. I'm pretty sure they have them in many other programming languages as well, but it looks something like this. Essentially, a lambda is a one-line anonymous function. What that means is not really a named function. You don't define a lambda using the def keyword. What you can do is something like x equals lambda x and then x plus 5. What this means is this lambda is going to take one argument, which is x, and then it's going to return x plus 5, not multiplied by x. I didn't mean to do that. That means if I call x like this, and I go, I don't know, x2, and we print this, let's just go ahead and have a look at.
Array, Python, and again, we're gonna come back to G for cheese. First element. Okay. The thing is, we just need to sort the array, and then we can easily get the second last element. That should actually solve the problem we're facing right now. Slicing, we don't need slicing, we need searching element in an array. And this index occurrences. Updating elements, we don't need that. Different operations in array. Oh, syntax of list. Don't need that. We don't need that. Sort and array in Python. We can use sort of. I don't shouldn't. Okay, I'm gonna just use dot sort of response and stand. Sample output must be okay. L1 equals top L L1. If this prints, then we're gonna go with this. Otherwise, why am I getting no response on standard? Why is it? I'm gonna just use my VS Code in here. Yeah, got a VS Code. I'm gonna just delete it. And okay. One nine for 3, 4. Okay, we must no attribute. We can't sort. We can't sort an array like this. We can sort a list like this, not an array. We need to sort an array. Sort an array numpy sorting arrays. Okay. And we so syntax np dot array. We can't. I don't think we can import this. Given the participant code, the second line contains an array of a of n of n integer each separated by a space. Print the runner-up score. I want to just prompt some music. I can't play you guys music, sir, because it goes against YouTube's policy of copyright or something. But I do listen to my soundtracks and problem is we got an n, and the second one has to contains n elements, and I'm getting a call. Just a bit, I'll be back. That's what convert language. Let code points to collecting study language interface. Just a bit more of this. Okay. So yeah, I got the max of writing a bit about it. We can have retrieval. Okay, okay, that should help. That should help. Mm, so let me keep going like this. This should I print the unsorted one as well as printed ones, and I'm going to do this. Done. Converted. think we got it. We got it. 11 lakhs right now, 11 lakh rank. Okay. So if it's a float, we can press it like that. How does floats work? Floats in Python. Mm. What the fuck? Sitting in your brain. Oh my, please don't have it. Get to sleep then. Let's start your text by request. Mm.